I have gotten myself a new curiosity, new Nintendo game console called Virtual Boy. Retailed in the US between August of '95 and March of '96, so it only were available in stores around 7 months, one of Nintendo's biggest marketing flops ever. It's a 32-bit 3D system. It uses a stereoscopic effect where you have these two screens. These are some calibration buttons for adjusting the angle and depth of the picture. It's monochrome. I read that I tried to use color, but the effect wasn't that good, so they chose red monochrome instead, because that would give the most shades, that color. It uses this awkward controller. I have connected AC power. I have a step down transformer there from 230 to 120 volts AC. It have two D-pads and some firing buttons on the back. Turn it on and off there. Since the system were available so short, the complete library of games, including Japanese exclusives, were around 22 games, I believe. It were not released in Europe or PAL territories, only in the US and Japan. I own 2 games for it, called V Tetris and Bomberman. Both of these are Japanese games, complete in the box. With the system I also got a Blockbuster rental case. The sticker isn't in the best shape. I might try to get it off and glue it back properly again. I have this card telling the contents of the box. Suitcase, Blockbuster Video, Virtual Boy hardware, rental code Q. I don't own the actual box and manual for the system, only this rental case where it's cut out for the different parts. And this is the battery holder for the Virtual Boy, 6 AA batteries, and also a brief set of guide and warnings, etc. And compared to the modern 3D Game Boy, this is the 3DS, which I bought on a release day. This one is rubbish. The 3D effect on this one is less eye straining and also sometimes better. You can adjust the depth, but the monochrome red just simply burns your eyes, so to say. All official games have built-in option so that you get an automatic pause every 15 minutes or something like that, so you can get a break. This system does have a cult following that produces new hardware for it, or because this have an expansion port on the other side here where you could connect 2 systems to play multiplayer, but never officially released, and there's been some experimenting with custom homemade hardware to do that, and they also create homebrew games, etc. for it. Crude filming, but not the easiest to film. There's the calibration screen. Here's the option for automatic pause. Currently I have a game plugged in called Red Alarm. It's a horrendous game where it uses wireframe models. Very hard to see where it's supposed to go and all that. But on some games the 3D effect actually is quite good. I only own those two games, so I also bought myself. This is called Flashboy Plus, which is a USB flash cartridge for the system, where I just download ROM files from the internet and just flash them onto this. The cartridge itself is quite odd, with all this a lot of pins, and a quite unique cartridge design in general, and yeah, quite handy cartridge. Expensive. I think I paid $100 for this cartridge, and 140 for the system, including the rental case and the two games. But since this is also a quite obscure system, most games are actually quite cheap, around $30 for each game. So it's not impossible to, as there's also quite few games for this system, it's not impossible to actually collect every game made for the system, compared to the NES, where the library consists of over 700 titles, I believe. A quite unique and interesting specimen for my collection. Thanks for watching.